Hartford, Connecticut, number 4, Rita Safransky. Midfielder is a senior from Stony Brook, New York, number 5, Amanda Lee. Attacker is a junior from Manhasset, New York, number 5, Marielle Cololillo. Attacker is a sophomore from Comac, New York, number 7, Ashley Kolomaychuk. Midfielder is a freshman from Wilston Park, New York, number 14, Rory Meehan. Attacker is a sophomore from East Northport, New York, number 15, Payson Hedges. Defender is a sophomore from West Islip, New York, number 22, Madison Nicolosi. Defender is a senior from Manorville, New York, number 23, Danielle Becker. Attacker is a junior from Seaford, New York, number 29, Alexandra Leggio. Defender is a junior from Point Lookout, New York, number 42, Sonny Leonetti. In goal for the Panthers is a senior from Lynbrook, New York, number 16, Madison Marchetta. Head coach of the Panthers is Pat McKay, assisted by Frankie Caridi, Kelly Ann McGrath, and Danielle Marino. And now, here are your University of Tampa Spartans, who entered today's game with a record of 2-0. Midfielder is a junior from Suffern, New York, number 3, Jenna Mahal. Defender is a senior from Smithtown, New York, number 4, Lexi Waters. Defender is a senior from Bohemia, New York, number 7, Erin McLaughlin. Attacker is a junior from Towson, Maryland, number 12, Peyton Howell. Defender is a junior from Worthington, Ohio, Isabella Villa. Defender is a senior from Radnor, Pennsylvania, number 23, Katie Deshan. Attacker is a sophomore from Havertown, Pennsylvania, number 30, Isabel McCarvey. Defender is a senior from Marlton, New Jersey, number 32, Grace Gilmore. Attacker is a senior from Baltimore, Maryland, number 40, Sophie Ridge. Midfielder is a grad student from Ocean City, Maryland, number 41, Sarah Engel. And Engel is a senior from Avon, Ohio, number 45, Kylie Warnkin. Head coach of your Spartans is Kelly Gallagher, assisted by Kaylee Gilday, Samantha Pavigasetti, and Elizabeth Gaynor. At this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. University all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action toward officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers and alcohol products are not permitted. Smoking is permitted along the fenced areas outside the stadium. Thank you and enjoy tonight's match.
Adelphi team in a game that will go down in Spartans women's lacrosse program history. And UT off to a 2-0 start already in 2025. This is the home opener. And for visiting Adelphi, this is game number 2 of the season. They come in with a 1-0 record. And you see the Spartans in all white, starting off going from right to left. Adelphi with the ball now, going from left to right there in all black. For Adelphi, their starting goaltender is senior Madison Marchetta. As you see the Spartans here, taking back over in possession. Kylie Warnken, senior for the Spartans, gets the start in goal for the home team. And play underway on an overcast day here in Tampa. As the pass goes into the corner, Sophie Risk sends it in behind the net. Pass back to her. Up top it goes to Jenna Myhall. Now over to this side of the field, Caitlin Price. And quickly the Spartans move it in behind the Adelphi net. Up top, Myhall, defender on her. She tried to cut into the slot anyways, and we get a whistle stopping play. Call against the Panthers. And so an early free position attempt for UT. Jenna Myhall races in, gets under the check, and a goal for the Spartans. The official along the goal crease
Free position identified.
had pulled out the yellow flag, but not needed as the Spartans convert just 1 minute and 8 seconds into the game. Jenna Myhall so we'll have the ensuing draw at midfield. And obviously, with several seniors having graduated, some turnover in the UT lineup. And taking this draw for the Spartans is Lexi Waters, a familiar face, a holdover. And the Spartans do gain possession. That looks like Sarah Engel, and flips a pass now as Isabel McGarvey takes it in behind the Panthers net. Pass to the far side of the field. Myhall calling for it up top, gets it. Fakes a pass, nifty move. And a little flip pass. As Van Bladricken sent it down low. A spin shot up front, they score! A nice goal there for the Spartans. the Spartans' first goal scorer. That had been her 9th goal of the season. And now Engel gets her 13th. And yes, this is just the 3rd game of the season for the Spartans, and big numbers already for some of these ladies offensively, as you see the Spartans in control again. Engel once more up top to Myhall. And looking for the shot. The stick came up high on Caitlin Price. Play carries on. Now there's a pass over for Sophie Risk. Inside it goes, and a shot by Isabel McGarvey had too many Panthers defenders around her, and you saw it go into what is now the corner. As the Panthers still looking to cross midfield for the first time, and we are just past 2.5 minutes into the first quarter. They play it back to their goaltender, Marchetta. All but 2 of the Adelphi Panthers hail from somewhere in New York State. And they do now get it across midfield. And here they come into the Tampa end. It's Rita Safransky for Amanda Lee. Over to this side of the field it comes as Leggio sends it into the corner. Quickly they move it around to the other side of the field and right back up top. Here's Safransky again to Leggio in the corner. A nifty little move. Out in front it comes, and good perseverance as they score. Patience and perseverance there for the Panthers, and they cut the Tampa lead in half. 3 minutes, 28 seconds into the game.
Panthers goal, scored by number 6, Marielle Colalillo. Her goal was an assist.
Marielle Colalillo with the goal for the visitors. And some nice work by her in picking up what will be her 4th goal of the season. Adelphi's only game to this point had been at Malloy University in Rockville Center, New York. And that game was played 10 days ago. 17-9, the Panthers were victorious. And now for the home Spartans, taking that draw was Mary Kate Person. And the Spartans do have possession. Lexi Waters to the far side, a pass behind the net. Risk quickly out front. And some nifty footwork there by Peyton Howell. And a call being made by the official. Free position attempt here for the Spartans after a check to the head call on Rita Safransky of the Panthers. And there's a bounce shot, and Marchetta got a piece of it and then didn't see where it went as the ball rolls out of play, and the official signaling possession for Adelphi. Quickly they come, led by Rita Safransky. Safransky being chased by Sia Markowski. Play carries on. The Panthers on this side of the field as Leggio sent it into the corner. That's Colillo. In behind the net. To the far side it goes, a loose ball. Lexi Waters trying to get there for the Spartans, and the Panthers able to pick it up for the net shot, but now it's turned over. And there goes Waters with a good burst of speed and crossing the Adelphi line and lobs a pass in. Pass out in front. Oh, and Engel tried the quick stick and unsuccessful as the Panthers pick it up, and they are on the move. And look at the wheels on Sunny Leonetti as she crosses the Tampa line. And now Leonetti slows it up. The pass for Kolomechuk. And now Lee gives it to Safransky. Rita Safransky taking stock of the Spartans' defense, and now being chased by Lichtenberger. Nice switch made there. As you see, Isabella Avila giving chase and call there. And Adelphi carries on. Clock continuing to run. We are approaching 6 minutes into this opening quarter. The Spartans' 2025 home opener. Nice pursuit there defensively by Grace Gilmore. 25 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Into the corner, a loose ball. Two of them will chase it down, one from each team. And smartly watching the ball roll out of play was Isabella Avila for UT. And so the Spartans, their goaltender Kylie Warnken starts it up. Sends a pass up ahead that connects. Across the Adelphi line it comes. And in behind the net, Risk over for Engel. Engel sees a teammate in the middle, Markowski, puts it on the ground, picks it back up. UT resets, in behind the net it goes. Engel to Markowski again. Quick pass over for Risk. Sends a pass inside, and Marchetta with a nice stop there. And UT will make some changes, personnel-wise. Looking for some room to work. That's Legio for the Panthers. Now this is Safransky as the Panthers start to work the perimeter. Down behind the UT net, they send it back over here for Cololillo. Up top, Lee Safransky to the other side of the field. Nice little move. Here's an opportunity, a good look at the net. And Warnken shuts that one down. Kylie on the run to some extent. A pass up ahead for Avila. She's not going to get there. And it's kicked at, and the Panthers do pick it back up. Fresh shot clock for the visitors. Cololillo. Into the middle it goes, and Rory Meehan pushes it to the other side. Now she gets it back. Spartans came out with two quick goals before Adelphi answered back, and now the teams have settled down, you might say. Officially, 4 shots on goal for UT and just that one for Adelphi. Now whistle in possession to the Spartans. Lichtenberger. Played over in the middle now to Waters. Lexi sends it up ahead. This is McGarvey on the run. Isabel McGarvey sends a pass down into the corner. Sophie Risk back behind the net. Risk fakes the pass, comes out in front. Risk looked like she was going to shoot. Now gives it to Myhall. Myhall, nice little move. And to the corner it goes. Then Vladrikin sent the quick pass, and right in front, good ball moving, scores Peyton Howell. And UT restores the 2-1 lead, the 2-goal lead with 5:38 remaining here in the first quarter.
So at number 12, Peyton Howell. The assist to
Peyton Howell, goal number 7 on the season. Lexi Waters out there to take this draw for UT. Caitlin Price with the assist on the Peyton Howell goal. And unofficially, looks like it might be Rita Safransky for Adelphi. If so, a pair of fours on this draw. Indeed it was. Comes loose and picked up by Isabella Avila. Behind the UT net, or excuse me, the Adelphi net is UT's Peyton Howell. They move it quickly up top. Looking for some room to work is Caitlin Price. Sends a pass off instead. And in behind the Adelphi net it goes. Up top, Myhall over to this side of the field. It's Price, and the pass is missed by Sarah Engel, and so it's turned over with just under 5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Long pass up ahead connects. To the middle it goes, and an errant pass that was intended for Kristen Burney, taken away by the Spartans. And they will head back the other way. On the run now across the Panthers line. Pass that connects with Engel. Sarah Engel looked like she wanted to go one-on-one. Opts to go behind the Panthers net over to Risk. Risk up to Myhall. Lobs a pass in for Price. And now back behind the net to Risk it goes once again. Risk fires a pass. That one's pulled down. Here's an opportunity in traffic. Loose ball. And Madison Marchetta comes out of her net. Throws a pass. And a bunch of them chase it down. And the Spartans again watch it roll out of bounds. I believe that's the second time that Isabella Avila was involved in a play like that. The other one back in her own end of the field. Some heads up lacrosse there as Myhall brings it in. Over for Engel. Risk. Down behind the Panthers net. Sends it over for Van Vladriken. Howell. Her pass over. Engel to Risk. Looking for Myhall in front and taken away by the Panthers defense. And here she goes again. We saw Sunny Leonetti with the wheels before. This time passes it up ahead, and on the run is Cololillo. Cololillo, and unable to get a shot away as the Spartans, do they cause a turnover? Waters chases it down. And now Lexi avoids the stick of Rory Meehan. And back it goes as Sarah Engel races down the other way. Pass behind the net to Risk. Risk out in front. And Peyton Howell managed to get the shot away. Marchetta with a piece of that one as it rolls all the way to the corner. Send it over to the far side of the field, back behind the net once again. Risk looking for an open teammate, no one there. Instead it goes up top for Montgomery. Person with a pass over. Risk gives it back to Mary Kate Person, and a shot goes high and out of play. Possession remains with the Spartans. There's 34 remaining on the shot clock. 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Up top, Person over for Markowski. And sticks get up on Sarah Engel. And the official right on the spot to call that one. With just 16 seconds left on the shot clock and only 1:39 remaining here in the opening quarter. UT will get a free position attempt and try to inflate their lead to what would be their biggest of the game so far.
A yellow card issued to the Panthers number 12, Kristen Burney. 1 minute.
Kristen Burney of the Panthers with a 2-minute check to the head call. And the Spartans do not take the shot. As you see them start to work it around person for Risk. To the other side of the field it goes, back down low to Risk. Pass in front, missed. Sia Markowski there to pick it up. Back to Risk it goes. Pass in front and heavy traffic, unable to get the shot away, a loose ball. And look out, as the Panthers came up with the loose ball, and then you saw one of their players go down to the field. And possession, of course, to Adelphi. So we're going to get a 2-minute yellow card to Tampa's Mary Kate Person. 2 minutes for check to the head. And with exactly 1 minute left in the first quarter, each team short one player. Panthers on the run. And away goes Danielle Becker. Becker looking for an open teammate. Kolomechek. And to the other side of the field it goes. And a pass now for Lee. And a Lee in the middle for Meehan. Calling forward in front was Cola Lillo. They couldn't get it to her. And the ball in behind the Spartans' net. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. And they could turn the shot clock off. For some room is Kolomechek. Good defense by Lexi Waters. 10 seconds left, and there's a shot, and that goes wide and out of play. Panthers put it right back in. They got to quickly get a shot off. No, they're content to let the quarter expire. So after the first 15 minutes, the Spartans with a 3-1 lead. Both teams still one player short, and we'll be back with the second quarter of play right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
For the U-Tampa rate for a huge savings. Courtyard Bar Marriott, simply refreshing.
Back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. After the first quarter, UT in a 3-1 lead. Shots on goal were 6-1 in favor of the home team in that opening quarter. 8 turnovers for the visitors and 6 for the Spartans. The game's first 3 goals, 2 by the Spartans and then 1 by Adelphi. 3 goals in the span of 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Technically, it was even shorter than that, but by the time the game was only 3 minutes, 28 seconds old, we already had 3 goals by the two teams combined, but things really settled down after that, and then just the other goal that came with 5:38 left. So approximately 6 minutes they went without a goal being scored, and that's our current situation. I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that UT comes in already having started the season with 2 games on the road. They were victorious. They returned to the scene of the crime. Winter Park went and beat Rollins 26-9. That was 2 weeks ago today on February 8th. And then last Saturday in St. Louis, Missouri, they defeated number 8 Maryville by a score of 14-10. And as I mentioned before, Adelphi comes in 1-0 thanks to a 17-9 victory at Malloy University 10 days ago. Second quarter underway. The teams, of course, have changed ends. Ball goes in behind the Panthers' net. There's a pass that connects with Price, or pass now for Myhall. To the far side it goes. In behind the Panthers' net. Looking for an open teammate is Peyton Howell. Myhall flips it to the far side of the field to Price. In the middle, Sophie Risk. Her shot goes high and out of play over the top of the net. Teams have returned to full strength, by the way, and the Spartans mark it with the first goal of the second quarter. Sarah Engel with her 13th goal of the season. She had 12 in the first 2 games combined. Peyton Howell with the assist on the Sarah Engel goal. That comes 56 seconds into the second quarter. And now on the draw, it's picked up by UT once again. This is Engel once more. Engel and lost the ball before she got to that prime scoring area. And to the middle of the field it goes as the Panthers try to start back the other way. Pass that connects with Meehan. Rory Meehan at the line. Pass into the middle now for Safransky. Loose ball picked up by the Spartans. And back they come. Peyton Howell trying to weave her way through traffic. Connects with a pass on the far side. And quickly they move it to the corner. And now to this side of the field as McGarvey sends it up top. Myhall over for Engel to the corner and back behind the net it goes again. Pass out in front. Risk turns and a nice save there by Marchetta. Point blank, Sophie Risk. And so the Panthers will try to go back the other way. Across the UT line now. And a pass to this side of the field. Hedges. Head coach Pat McCabe does not have the luxury that Spartans head coach Kelly Gallagher does in terms of a deep bench. And so almost everybody's going to touch the ball in a Panthers uniform in this game. And it looks like McCabe might be calling a timeout.
Timeout, Panthers.
And this comes 2:51 into the second quarter. We will take a timeout as well and be back with more lacrosse right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back here after Adelphi had called a timeout. A rematch of last year's national championship game, the Tampa Spartans and the Adelphi Panthers. And the lights are on in the stadium. We are at 5:27 p.m. Eastern Time. Our temperature now at 70 degrees. Probably not too tough to take for Adelphi. Coming down from the Long Island area. Play resumes. The Panthers with the ball. Safransky, pass is dropped and picked right back up by Amanda Lee. Lee being watched closely there by Aaron McLaughlin. Trying to turn the corner and going down, and the official there calls that one against the Panthers. Spartans standing their ground defensively, and this is Lexi Waters trying to gain midfield. Does. Waters looking for some help. Lobs it up ahead. And Markowski for Howell. Over for Risk. To the corner it goes. McGarvey in front, scores! Isabel McGarvey, a great effort. And the Spartans into now a 5-1 lead. 3 minutes, 52 seconds into the second quarter. And for McGarvey, that is goal number 3 on the season. For the junior from Havertown, Pennsylvania, and we have the draw coming up here. That goal, by the way, was unassisted. The crowd has filled in nicely. There's a big section of fans all wearing red for the Spartans. A couple of them members of last year's national championship team. I've seen both Alex Walling and Grace Colombo down in that group. Gracie Colombo almost looks like she's been leading cheers for the fans down there. Some of her former teammates in action as play continues. Markowski with a pass over for Person. To the corner it goes. Peyton Howell, pass behind the net. Pass out in front and misses, and Markowski able to control as Person gives it to McGarvey, and she heads behind the Panthers net. A quick pass to the other side. Risk in front, scores! Sophie Risk with a laser that beats Madison Marchetta, and the Spartans a 6-1 lead now, 4 minutes, 42 seconds into the second quarter. And for Sophie Risk, goal number 9 on the season. And Spartans coach Kelly Gallagher has to be thrilled. 6 different goal scorers thus far. Mary Kate Person out there for UT to take this draw against Caitlin Becker. And to this point in the game, Adelphi still with just 1 shot on goal. And down goes Lexi Waters, and possession, of course, to UT. And the Spartans dominant on draw controls as well. 8 draw controls for UT and just 1 for the Panthers. As there's a pass now, McGarvey sends it over. She gets it right. Well, that's actually Markowski now to Person. And there's McGarvey. The pass behind the net to Peyton Howell. Howell, a little juke step, pass in front. That one misses, intended for Sia Markowski, and Waters will chase it down. So the Spartans still in possession. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Person into the corner now, behind the net. Pass to the other side, in front, Risk, dropped it, still loose. And Markowski able to come up with it for UT. Person, as the shot clock down to 28 now. A shot that goes over top of the net now to play. On the restart, and the official says, no, we weren't ready. That doesn't count. They stop everything. 9:08 remaining in the second quarter, 15 on the shot clock. And we're actually going to get a free position attempt here. And scoring is Sarah Engel, and UT really putting their foot on the accelerator now. A 7-1 lead. Waters for UT. Lexi Waters, a senior, had previously been at UF. Ball is out, and that one picked up by the Panthers, and on the run goes Leonetti. Leonetti ducks under a check from Avila. To the far side it goes. Grace Gilmore with some tight checking defense on the far side of the field. Send it over for Meehan. Rory Meehan looking for a lane, can't find it. Changes hands. Now back to her right hand. Tries to turn the corner, a pass into the corner. And Lexi Waters picks that one off. And the Spartans now in transition to pass ahead for Engel. Can she get to it? No. And the Panthers pick it right back up. And they head back the other way. Pass across the Tampa line. To the far side. They keep it over on that side of the field as a pass now from Mian. Kolomechek sends a pass over. Pass inside, out in front, and Lee took the shot, but it went wide, and the Panthers still in possession. Up top it comes for Lee again. Amanda Lee shakes off a check. Now Myhall right back on her. Pass in the middle, and here's an opportunity to bounce shot. They score! Ashley Kolomechek beats Kylie Warnken 5-hole, and the Panthers finally get back on the board. It's 7-2.
The assist to number 6, Marielle Colalillo.
Marielle Colalillo gets the assist. She had gotten Adelphi's only goal up until this point. So a goal and an assist for her. Although her team trails by 5. The Spartans, anything but Southern hospitality. They have just poured it on here in the second quarter. They scored 3 times in the first, have scored 4 times so far. We're only halfway through the second quarter. And is it a rivalry if all you think of this opponent is the team we beat in the national championship last year? I'm sure Adelphi would argue that it is. Revenge certainly on their minds. The trip down here to Tampa. Ball is out and going to be picked up by the Panthers. On the run, that's Mian. Little flip pass for Fopiano. And a call there against UT. Fopiano on the restart. Kolomechek with a pass for Bernie. Kirsten Bernie, nice job to shake off the check. To the corner it goes. And now pulled down by Mian. Up top, Kolomechek being watched closely, and the official, I thought I heard a whistle. Play carries on. Nice little spin move, but not anywhere close enough to the net to get a shot away, and it ends up being turned over. And off to the races go the Spartans. It's Katie Deshan. And Deshan, towing the line there, stays in bounds, and now gets it to Risk. Risk works it out in front, shoots and scores! Sophie Risk, top shelf. And the Spartans answer back shortly after Adelphi finally got back on the board, and with 5:58 to go in the first half. An unassisted goal by Sophie Risk. That puts UT back in a 6-goal lead. It's 8-2. So Risk and Engel, each with 2 goals for UT thus far. Sophie now at 10 goals on the young season. This will be Lexi Waters taking the draw for the Spartans, opposed by Caitlin Becker for Adelphi. It is worth noting that although Adelphi only has 2 shots on goal, both of them have gone in the net. Without overstating it, maybe just a little concern in that regard. If they can get themselves some more scoring chances. In the meantime, UT with the draw control as Peyton Howell sends it behind the net. Up top with it, Myhall over for Price. Howell to the corner to McGarvey. And they work it back up top Jenna Myhall sends it back over for McGarvey, and down low it goes. Oh, a shot from a tough angle by Peyton Howell as it's chased out of bounds, and the Panthers will get possession here as the clock continues to run with 5:05 to go in the first half. This is Madison Howard for the visitors. Up to midfield it goes to Kolomechek. And now Nicolosi to the middle of the field. Kolomechek pushes it to the far side. Colalillo sends it down into the corner. Colalillo with it again. Meehan to Lee, and now they fire it down into the corner. And behind the net it goes. Pass in front, doesn't connect. And no matter, the official blowing the whistle to stop play anyways. So a free position attempt here for Adelphi. And there's the shot, they score!
Panthers goal scored on the free throw.
Marielle Colalillo
Marielle Colalillo.
gets her second goal of the game. This comes with 4:18 to go in the opening half. Colalillo now with 5 goals on the season. And as I mentioned, the Panthers have scored on all of their shots on goal so far. 3 for 3 now. Draw it in midfield. It's Caitlin Becker once again for Adelphi. And she was opposed by Mary Kate Person for UT. Possession to the Panthers.
A green card issued to the Spartans, number 26, Mary Kate Person. A 1-minute penalty.
A 1-minute penalty to Mary Kate Person of UT. And so Adelphi now trying to close the gap to 4. They trail 8-3. Knocked down. Panthers still in control. 40 seconds remaining on the call against Person. There's a pass shot in front, and it went wide and goes out of play in the far corner. Adelphi still with the ball. Pass in front, spin shot and out in front and deflected. Fopiano had a great look at the cage, but not able to get the follow through cleanly as Lexi Waters in possession for UT. Across it comes to Peyton Howell. Howell, nothing but black jerseys in front of her, finally able to get a pass away into safety. And the call against Person has expired. So UT at full strength now, as we have less than 3 minutes to go here in the second half. That's Myhall. This is Peyton Howell. Up top, Person. And they move it into the corner. Pass in front, scores! Sarah Engel with her third. Get the draw now between Caitlin Becker for the Panthers and for UT, that was Mackenzie Eakins on the draw. Number 46, a freshman from Centerville, Maryland. And she just went off the field. 2:15 to go in the second quarter. So a pair of Spartans with 3 points each now. Peyton Howell on 1 goal and 2 assists, and Sarah Engel, 3-goal effort. And as I mentioned, for the visitors, Marielle Colalillo with a 3-point game herself, 2 goals and 1 assist. There's a loose ball chased down on the far side. Possession to Adelphi. Dropping it was Meehan, picks it back up. Pass over now for Burke. Michaela Burke on the move. Pass over into traffic, knocked down, and the Spartans, can they cause a turnover? No. The Panthers able to retain possession. Adelphi has 12 turnovers so far in this game, UT with 8. And 8 of those 12 Panther turnovers were caused by UT. And from a tough angle, Kolomechuk, and the shot clock is going to expire, and there it goes. So there's a turnover by the Panthers as UT takes possession with 51 seconds to go here in the first half. And on the run, Grace Gilmore, pass up ahead, and taken away by the Panthers.
A green card has been issued to Tampa's number 3, Jenna Myhall. 1 minute penalty for pushing.
1 minute push against Tampa's Jenna Myhall, a green card that comes with 38 seconds here in the second quarter. And Adelphi certainly would love to get another one up on the scoreboard before the half ends. Spartans led 3-1 after 1, and in the second quarter have outscored the visitors 6-2. And any time that the Panthers seem like they have a little bit of hope in terms of getting one in the back of the net, it doesn't last, and UT comes back. And that's what head coach Pat McCabe is going to have to work on at halftime with his girls, is get them to score in bunches. Of course, it does start with possessions, and the draw controls are 9-5 in favor of UT as the horn goes to end the first half. So the Spartans in this rematch of the national championship with a big 6-goal lead going into the break. 3 goals by Sarah Engel leading the way. UT scored 9 times on 13 shots on goal. So we'll take a break and be back with the second half of play right here on TampaSpartans.tv. have 2 more road games after that. Our next game here on TampaSpartans.tv, UT will not be back at home until Thursday, March 13th, and 11 a.m. start. And if you just joined us, the first half of play, UT led 3-1 after 1, outscored the visitors 6-2 in the second, and thus our 9-3 score. As you see, a free position attempt coming up here for Adelphi. And she shoots and she scores. And that is Rory Meehan.
Panther goal scored on the free position attempt by number 14, Rory Meehan.
And not to overdo it, but a little troublesome that the Panthers have scored on all shots on goal to this point. Yes, only 4. And again, I don't want to overdo it, but a little bit of cause for alarm. If they're able, courtesy of head coach Pat McCabe, to get a lot more offensive opportunities this second half, that could bode well for them in terms of trying to climb back into this game. As we now see Mackenzie Eakins back out there for UT once again to do the honors in terms of this draw that is currently taking place at midfield. It's 22 seconds into the third quarter. Ball is out. And for those of you keeping score at home, that was Caitlin Becker on the draw for Adelphi, as both of those 2 players run off to their respective sidelines. And a shot scores! What a goal by Lexi Waters. And once again, the Spartans answer right back. And Waters absolutely drilled that one. 38 seconds into the third quarter. So the Spartans answer back quickly and restore the 6-goal lead, now in the form of 10-4. And we see Eakins and Becker back out there once again for another draw. And now the official is ready. Ball is out. And pulled down by Eakins. No, it's still loose. And here come the Panthers. And it sticks up a little high there. And a pass over now for Colalillo. Into the middle of the field it comes. Back to Colalillo again. Sends a pass behind the net to Fopiano. Into the middle it comes. Meehan being watched closely there by Lichtenberger. She sends it up top. And Amanda Lee closely checked by Markowski and knocked free from her stick. And Lee is able to get to it. Now they send it to the far side of the field. 33 on the shot clock for Adelphi. Safransky. Pass. Pulled down by Amanda Lee. 22 on the shot clock. And this is Rory Meehan again. Pass into the middle, doesn't get through. Lexi Waters had it temporarily, and now it'll be picked up by Avila. And so UT, as the clock was winding down, shot clock was winding down in Adelphi, Spartans get possession. Avila still with it. And now finally sends a pass over. And that's Markowski. Sia looks for an open teammate, has Sophie Risk over there. To the corner it goes, and now in behind the net. And to this side it comes. Kelsey Montgomery Spartans working the perimeter. Back behind the net they go again. Montgomery up top. Markowski over once again to the corner. In front, Angle. Oh, and a nice save there by Marchetta. And here come the Panthers on the run. A smart pass up ahead for Nicolosi. And now quickly to Leggio. Leggio being chased by Grace Gilmore. Leggio, I think she thought she was closer to the net, wanted to spin and shoot, and was too far off the mark. Pass in front, they score! Payson Hedges, and the Panthers refuse to back down despite this potent Tampa offense.
Panthers goal scored by number 15, Payson Hedges.
And 3 minutes, 31 seconds into the third quarter.
Ashley Colonatra.
The score is now 10-5. So the draw at midfield. And now the official, pleased, backs off. Ball comes out, and no, they're going to say procedure against the Panthers. And so here comes UT. Sarah Engel. Pass over. And up top it comes for Myhall. Over it goes for Price. Pass on the outside. Now quickly they send it behind the Panthers net. To this side of the field it comes. Myhall over for Price. Flipped inside and no shot there for Van Vladriken. Comes over here now, Price. And nifty footwork by Myhall, gets inside and deflected by a Panthers defender. Some good work there. Spartans seemed to be having trouble getting into the prime scoring area, and Sarah Engel scores again. And is this time it's Lexi Waters taking the draw for the Spartans. Ball is out. And that was Caitlin Becker again for the Panthers. On the run with it right now is Safransky being chased. And this is Michaela Burke. Burke was being watched there by Erin McLaughlin. Goes to the other side of the field. And up top with it, Meehan. Rory Meehan with a pass that connects. And fighting her way through, she scores, is Alexandra Leggio. 5 minutes, 10 seconds into the third, and the goals starting to come quickly.
Alexandra Leggio. Her goal was unassisted.
It's unassisted. And for Leggio, that is goal number 3 on the season. And to give you an idea of the Spartans answering back, the last 4 times that Adelphi has scored, UT has gotten the next goal. It went Adelphi, UT, Adelphi, UT, Adelphi, UT, Adelphi, and now UT. And this latest goal by Adelphi. Spartans in behind the Panthers net. Pass in front, Risk scores! Sophie Risk with authority, and that is her 3rd goal of the game. Peyton Howell gets the assist. We are 5:39 into the 3rd quarter. And this trend is just amazing. It was 6-1. Well, it was actually 7-1 UT. 7-2. 8-2. 8-3. 9-3. 9-4. 10-4. 10-5. 11-5. 11-6. And now 12-6. So the teams trading blows, although this time the Spartans finally get their 2nd goal in a row. As I was about to say, a couple And to catch you up at 13-6, Sarah Engel has 6 goals and Sophie Risk has 3. And here come the Panthers. As the offensive fireworks fully on display here in this first half of the 3rd quarter, and coming into the game and making a great and important save is Paige Borkowski. And what a way to really get yourself into the game quickly and being tested and rising to the challenge, as we just saw there. Spartans, meanwhile, coming back the other way. Risk saw Howell, couldn't get it to her. And that one hit the goalpost, and the official here on the near side of the field signaling possession to Adelphi. So Kylie Warnken gave up 6 goals, had 0 saves in 35 minutes and 48 seconds of play. And Adelphi going back to work against Borkowski. Right down the middle. Rory Meehan not able to get a shot away though. And a nice little move. Oh, and a great defensive play by Grace Gilmore. Kicked out a loose ball. As Leggio looked like she was going to have a great opportunity. And look at the burst of speed here by Gilmore. As the pass comes over to McGarvey. some nifty footwork. They score! Peyton Howell with the goal. And what a game she's having. 2 goals, 4 assists. It's unassisted, and it comes with 6:41 remaining here in the third quarter. And the Spartans, a big 8-goal lead. It's 14-6. And once again, Spartans coach Kelly Gallagher putting freshman Mackenzie Eakins out there for this draw. And the official still not pleased. Now she is. She backs out. Ball comes out. And that was Caitlin Becker again for the Panthers, although the Spartans in control of this draw. And it's a UT possession in behind the Adelphi net. Risk back there. Sophie looks for a teammate out front. Nobody there. So to the side it goes. And now up top, this is Myhall. Over to this side of the field, Montgomery. Back to Myhall and to the far side. Pass in the middle, Risk turns and scores! Sophie Risk yet again. And the Spartans absolutely pouring it on now as the lead grows to 15-6. Isabel McGarvey gets the assist. 15-6 is our score. So between Sophie Risk and Sarah Engel, they have accounted for 2/3 of the Spartan goals. 6 by Engel, 4 by Risk. And for Sophie, came into today's game. Well, they're saying no goal now. I was about to say that she had come into today's game averaging 4 goals a game and had just gotten there, but no. The Panthers, meanwhile, in possession, and no, taken away. A good heads up by Isabella Avila. Here she is off to the races. The Spartans have numbers, and a 3-on-2 break, no, as the Panthers able to get hold on. Risk down the middle, Sophie Risk, and a great save there by Marchetta, and they score on the rebound. The Spartans, opportunistic, did not give up. And now it will be 15-6. And let's not forget that all started way back in the Spartans' end of the field defensively when Avila had the takeaway and showed great speed to start that transition back down the other way. And it does ultimately result in another UT goal. So now, a 9-goal Spartan lead. Lexi Waters will go out there for UT against Caitlin Becker for this draw. Madison Marchetta does have 6 saves for Adelphi, but as I mentioned, 10 goals by Sarah Engel and Sophie Risk combined. 6 for Engel, 4 for Risk. 2 goals and 4 assists by Peyton Howell thus far. And UT with another possession as they bring it down behind the Adelphi net. Risk. Up top it comes Myhall. Pass over for Howell. Howell sends it to the corner. And Vladrikin, the pass up top to Howell. Howell looking for some room, finds it, and scores! Hayden Howell having a huge 7-point game, 3 goals, 4 assists. And we're now in a running clock with the Spartans having a 10-goal lead. The score is 16-6. So put Peyton Howell down for 9 goals and 4 assists on the season. 13 points in almost 2 3/4 games played. And we'll have a pair of 4s out there for this draw as Lexi Waters to oppose Rita Safransky. Clock has stopped at 3:43 remaining as we're going to have a call made here against Kristen Burney of Adelphi, 1 minute. It's up on the scoreboard, and the official on the far side of the field is having a discussion over near scores table. They have 12 on the scoreboard, but it looks like 15 Payson Hedges is who just sat down in the penalty area. They may have the wrong number up on the board, as I believe I see.
Game penalty has been issued to the Panthers. It is a 1-minute penalty.
There's a delay of game penalty. And as I was saying, I do believe that I see Kristen Burney, number 12, standing on the Adelphi sideline. Spartans work it in. Up it goes to Myhall. And Price is about to shoot, and the official with the whistle stopping play. And so Caitlin Price, a local product, she's from Lutz. Free position attempt, and Marchetta with a nice save there. And Leonetti starts it back for Adelphi. Nifty move there to get across midfield. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and Adelphi will return to full strength. Although the official here on the near side of the field pulling out a yellow card. And this with 2:41 remaining in the third.
Tampa penalty to number 20, Isabella Avila. 2 minutes for slashing.
Isabella Avila with a slashing penalty, 2-minute call. And so no sooner do the Panthers return to full strength than do we get a call against the Spartans. There's a pass in the middle and a shot that's going to miss and taken away by UT. Yes! Into the stick of Katie Deschênes. And now on the near side, it goes out of play, and so possession will go back to Adelphi. Leonetti puts it into play. And Madison Howard flips it over to the far side of the field. Up ahead it goes. That one misses, but a teammate there as it's now into the stick of Safransky. And And certainly I'm sure we all expected anything but a 10-goal lead by either team following that exciting national championship game last May where the Spartans emerged victorious. As there's a loose ball and picked up by the Spartans, and the official on the far side says yes, it does go to the home team, and here goes Grace Gilmore. Gilmore with a pass up ahead. Risk, looked like she wanted to shoot, finally ran out of a lane, had to go in behind the net as UT works it back up top. Myhall over for Price. Behind the net it goes. Nice little move there. Back behind the Panthers net again. And to this side of the field, Price up top for Myhall. Nice move by Myhall. And a return pass that was knocked down, loose ball, and ultimately picked up by Marchetta. And so the Panthers will start back the other way. Pass that connects with Colalillo. On the run now, that's Amanda Lee. Can't get a pass inside, knocked down by Lexi Waters. Her pass the other way, Risk. And Sophie couldn't find the handle, and it's turned over again. And Sophie Risk went for the stick check, and the official right there to pull out a yellow card against Sophie. This comes with 11 seconds left in the third quarter.
A yellow card is issued to Tampa's number 40, Sophie Risk. 2 minutes for hit to the head.
So a 2-minute check to the head against Risk. And let's see if the Panthers can get a final shot away here. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. No, they're not going to be able to do it. So the horn will go to end the third quarter of play. The Spartans in a commanding 10-goal lead at 16-6. I'm Bruce Wozniak. We will be back with the fourth quarter after this break on TampaSpartans.tv. Back at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. Spartans in a 16-6 lead after 3 quarters of play. I'm Bruce Wozniak, and the Spartans will go on the road after tonight's game. Thursday, they will play up in Tennessee at 5 p.m. Eastern Time at Lincoln Memorial. If you've been watching from an Adelphi perspective, thank you very much. And your team's next game will be here in Florida, specifically up in Winter Park. That will be Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. at Rollins. But still 15 minutes more to play here in West Central Florida. And the national champion undefeated Spartans looking to go to 3-0 on the 2025 season, as their opponent Adelphi in possession right now. Ball in behind the net. Grace Gilmore giving chase as Adelphi whips it back up top to Lee. Amanda Lee being checked by Lexi Waters, and an errant pass misses, chased down, and a nice job to get to it by Katie Deshan, although look out, 2 Panthers players on her, and she goes down to the field. And now Deshan in a little bit of distress, a couple of Panthers players on her. And Paige Borkowski, who came on in relief of starting goaltender Kylie Warnken, who had given up 6 goals, no saves in 35-48 of play. Borkowski watches her teammate Grace Gilmore race after it, a loose ball, and finally picked up by the Panthers. Yes. Now it's knocked free, and looked like the Spartans were going to pick it up. They finally do, and heavy traffic at midfield as the official blowing the whistle, possession in favor of the Spartans. Now play resumes. Howell, pass up ahead for McGarvey. McGarvey to the corner. Pass and just snared back there by Van Vladriken. Howell with it. And now McGarvey looking for an open teammate. Up top is Myhall. Nifty little move, fights her way through, and a stick got up along the way, and the official blowing that one dead. Now the Spartans do score again. Jenna Myhall with the goal, and that comes less than 3 minutes into this 4th quarter. And if you came for offense, plenty of it. At least for the home team, although Adelphi has actually improved each quarter. They had 1 goal in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. Just can't keep up with this fast-paced Spartan offense that is just piling it on. A Spartan team that, as I mentioned, the Bears repeating, started off the season with a 26-9 victory 2 weeks ago today, February 8th, in Winter Park at Rollins, and quote-unquote held to 14 goals against number 8 Maryville last Saturday. That game played in St. Louis, Missouri. Borkowski sends it up ahead for Peyton Howell. And here goes Avila. Sends it to Risk. Risk in behind the Panthers net. Back to her. And Risk looks over to this side, gives it to McGarvey. Howell drops it, picks it back up, looks, sends it over, and Person pushes it to the far side of the field. Spartans work it down low. McGarvey to Howell, and a quick pass for Markowski. Inside, there's a shot in the goal, but the whistle had already blown, and they do let it stand. And it tells me that the call was going to be against the Panthers. Barry Kate Person with the goal. And the clock continues to run with 9.5 to go in the game. And our score now 18-6. And we'll see Eakins for UT on this draw against Rita Safransky. Draw controls 15-9 in favor of UT to this point. Shots on goal are 24-7. There's a Panthers pass that goes in behind the UT net. It's Fopiano back there. And in front, nice save there by Borkowski. And Borkowski, an outlet pass for Peyton Howell. Howell crosses midfield. Howell changes hands. Now back to her left. And finally gives it away to Person. To the corner goes now in behind the Panther net. Spartans looking for more. Howell to the corner for McGarvey. Markowski up top for Howell. Tons of time still on the shot clock. Person sends it to the corner. To the far side it goes, and up top this is Markowski again. .29 on the shot clock now. And now Adelphi will start back the other way. No, taken away, Grace Gilmore. Pass goes up ahead. Angle on the run. Slows it down. And to the corner on the near side of the field. This is Person. That one missed Peyton Howell. She knocks it back in. Markowski, a nice pass. Bounce shot, scores! Spartans absolutely on fire. As McKelsey Montgomery, the latest to find the back of the net for the home team. Sia Markowski will pick up the assist. And a whopping 13-goal lead for the home team. 19-6. See a pair of fours out there again, Lexi Waters and Rita Safransky. And the ball is out, knocked down, And able to pick it up for the Panthers is Rory Meehan. She heads to the far side of the field. And we're going to have a timeout called by Adelphi. And so we will take a break as well and be back with more lacrosse here on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
National champs on their way to opening the 2025 season with 3 consecutive victories. And Adelphi on their way to a 1-1 start here in this young season. And a handful of the graduated Spartan players from that 2024 National Championship team in attendance here, watching this game in person. A group of at least 4 of them I saw posing for a picture before in the stands. Goaltender Paige Borkowski runs it up. And a nice little game that she's had, coming on in relief of Kylie Warnken. Borkowski has played more than 19 minutes, has made 3 saves and allowed no goals. An impressive outing for the sophomore from Elverson, Pennsylvania, as her teammates have it offensively at the other end of the field. There's an errant pass that misses, and it'll be turned over. And Adelphi has made a goaltending change, as Jillian McFadden is now in goal for the visitors. A junior from Mount Sinai, New York. Her teammates have it offensively at the opposite end of the field, although there's an errant pass that misses, and it will be turned over. And so UT will come back the other way. And Jillian McFadden will be put to the test by this explosive UT offense. And they take it in behind her net. 3:18 to go in the game. Up top, Howell back to the corner. Garvey pushes it behind the net to the other side. And up top with it, that's Myhall. A return pass quickly down behind the net. Van Vladriken and a whistle. And we're going to get a free position attempt here by Isabel McGarvey. Garvey scores! And the Spartans do hit the 20-goal mark.
Number 30, Isabel McGarvey.
As McGarvey gets her second goal of the game. And all kinds of players getting in on the scoring parade in this game. 8 different players have a goal for the Spartans. Clock continuing to run, 2 minutes left. And the draw at midfield. Rita Safransky taking this draw for Adelphi. And for UT, that was Mackenzie Eakins once again. Panthers control that one. Pass over for Madison Howard. Her pass up ahead for Kayleen Mulry, and Mulry goes down to the field. .1:15 to go in the game. Payson Hedges for the Panthers. Meehan sends it over. And now Burke with a pass. And looking for an opening was Leggio, and the Spartans take it back the other way. Crossing midfield. Pass that connects with Engel. Risk. Her pass was pulled down by McKelsey Montgomery, and a call by the official. And so we'll have a free position attempt here by McKelsey Montgomery. Montgomery sends it high over top of the net. Sophie Risk there to collect it. Back up top it goes. Engel for Howell, 10 seconds left. Howell cuts to the net, and it looked like McFadden got a piece of that one. The rebound controlled by UT, but the clock will wind down. 3, 2, 1. And there goes the final horn. The game is over. The Spartans with a big 20-6 victory against Adelphi University's Panthers, as UT improves to 3-0 on the season, while Adelphi falls to 1-1. And how about the outings by Peyton Howell? 7 points. 3 goals and 4 assists. Sarah Engel with 6 goals. Sophie Risk with 4. And a successful home opener on the 2025 home schedule for the Tampa Spartans. A long evening for the Adelphi Panthers, as they do get a 3-point outing from Marielle Colalillo. Kylie Warnken got the start for UT. She played 35 minutes, 48 seconds, allowed all 6 of Adelphi's goals, 0 saves, and then a successful outing by Paige Borkowski, who allows no goals, makes 3 saves in 24 minutes and 12 seconds of play. And for the visitors, Madison Marchetta, she allowed 19 goals, made 7 saves in just over 54 minutes of play. And then Jillian McFadden in mop-up allows 1 goal, makes 2 saves in 5 minutes and 38 seconds of play. The Spartans go on the road now. Next Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, they will be in Tennessee playing at Lincoln Memorial. And Adelphi will remain here in Florida playing on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. at Rollins College over in Winter Park. Final score tonight, Tampa 20, Adelphi 6. I'm Bruce Wozniak. My thanks as always to Andre Pyatt. Glad you could spend your Saturday with us here on TampaSpartans.tv.